Good day. It's May 9th, and we're going to do a video on vacant land. Now, I love land. I own land. I recommend that anyone who has an interest in vacant land, you have an opportunity to watch this video. What you're going to find is that Hillsborough and Pinellas counties have very expensive vacant land. People who are practical will move a little bit north into Pasco County, and Hernando County and north have great land and great land deals. So looking at the two counties, there's 1,272 properties available in these two counties that are vacant lots. This is the smaller lots, 371. Here we have quarter an acre to half an acre. There's 219. Half an acre to 1 acre is 181. And what I have found is that people who want land, generally, a lot of times they want animals. And the magic number is 1 to 2 acres to have, 1 acre plus and zoned agricultural to have horses. So we're going to talk about the 1 acre properties, and let's go ahead and look at what the cheapest 1 acre property is. $23,000 in Ridge Manor. Look at all of the cheap real estate in these two counties are in Ridge Manor. Isn't that interesting? Let's look at one of them. And this is in a flood zone. Let's go ahead and look at the map and see where this is. Now, Ridge Manor is west of 19. Nope, it is way east. Oh, yeah, Ridge Manor up off 50 and Highway 98 and 301. Now, this is a low-lying area, and here's the green swamp that flooded so badly during Hurricane Milton. So this is not, let's call it not safe. So if you're looking at acreage, I would urge you to consider non-flood zones. So let's put the non-flood zone properties in place here. And we're now down to 309 properties. And, there's one more criteria that I recommend that you consider, and that is to no dirt roads. The reason is if you've got a dirt road, it just means that you've got a future paving lien to deal with. And the paving liens, you say, well, the county paves the road. Yes, they do. But what happens is that they bill the homeowners along the road. So if you buy a corner lot, then you're looking at having a paving lien on one road and then on another road. So as long as you buy a paved road, then you will be less likely to have a paving lien in the future. So the best deal on the market is $35,000, one picture. And I wonder if they put the map. Can we see the map? There it is on Thrasher. Not much to see. It looks like it's a fully, so you're going to have quite a bit of clearing to do. Zoned R1C. You cannot build on it, but you can play on it. What? Okay, so that's not real. You can play on it. Here we go. 1 acre, $35,000. So the price per acre is the way we're going to analyze these properties. This is $30,000 an acre. $34,000 an acre, $44,000 an acre, $43,000 an acre, $59,000 an acre, $33,000 an acre. All right, we just got back into Pasco County. And, when you add $20,000 or $30,000 of clearing, these lots are less attractive. Brooksville. And when you see these kinds of things, this means that it's on a power line. Enter through that little spot right there with the trees. So, there's a reason when they're cheap. There's a reason. There's a reason why they're cheap. Okay, here we are in Hudson, Florida. Augie. And this is a pie-shaped lot. And these are actually very nice houses here. And it appears this is a dead end, but it looks like they're going to add something here. Actually, I know this area. This is not bad. $89,900. It's $74,000 an acre. Peace Boulevard, great address. Unfortunately, you're going to spend an enormous amount of money to try to clear it. $44,000 an acre, $82,000 an acre, $44,000 an acre, $94,000 an acre, $50,000 an acre, $62,000 an acre. All right, Spring Hill doesn't look too bad. Now this one, you've got a road in the front, you got a road on the side, you've got a road in the back. And a lot of people that want acreage, they want privacy. And that is going to be not too private. Well, they got 5 pictures. This is Painted Bunting Avenue for $78,000 an acre. $60,000 an acre, and it's cleared. Not too private. It's on the corner of 2 roads. It says they're paved, but they're not very good shape. Webster, $86,000 an acre, $90,000 an acre, $103,000 an acre. So anyway, obviously there's hundreds of opportunities to buy vacant land if you want in the 1 acre. What I always do, whenever I do an analysis, I always look at the pendings and the solds. In this criteria, there are 27 properties that have been put under contract. Let's go ahead and look at the solds. 96 properties have sold in this criteria. Let's go back and find a number we can deal with. Let's go with 30 days. And there are 22 properties that have closed in this criteria in the last 30 days. So let's take a look at them. This one sold in 11 days. They were asking $33,000 and it sold for $31,000. This will likely be the cheapest price per acre, $26,000 an acre. This one sold for $51,000 an acre. This one was asking $90,000 and they took $65,000. And it still worked out to $60,000 an acre. Hudson asking $90,000, sold for $65,000, $61,000 an acre. $71,000 an acre. This one sold in 7 days for $93,000 an acre. This one sold in 1 day. They were asking $125,000. It sold for $100,000. I just rounded off both those numbers. Golden Acres asking $150,000, sold for $110,000 in 51 days. Worked out to $76,000 an acre. $57,000 an acre for the sales price. $112,000 an acre on Caldwell. Wow. This was asking $130,000 and it sold for actually, I know this property. Yeah, they got rid of the mobile. So the thing about this one is, this one has impact fees. I know this one. I drove this lot. There was a mobile home, and it ended up selling for $120,000 an acre. I mean, $120,000, which worked out to $112,000 an acre. Peace Boulevard, great address, asking $150,000, sold for $135,000. $35,000 an acre. So this is the best deal on the board. Whoever got this deal, that was it. It took 13 days to sell, and it has an address, which likely means that there was once a building on it, which means you might have impact fee credits. $196,000 in Brooksville, worked out to $78,000 an acre. More Brooksville, $41,000 an acre. Asking $230,000, sold for $205,000. Paved Road, non-flood zone. I like it. $27,000 an acre. Asking $300,000, sold for $275,000. 10-acre property. Yeah, what you'll see is as the number of acres go up, the price per acre will go down. Wow, look at this. Right on. Look at all these lots. Well, this has probably had a huge number on it. $299,000, sold for $285,000. This $59,000 an acre, but more importantly, look at all the lots you get. I like it a lot, but alas, it is sold. Sold for $59,000 an acre. Oh, look at this. Sold for $35,000 an acre. I'm sure this is a giant parcel. This was 364, sold for 350, 10 acres, 35,000 an acre. Oh, somebody is loving life with that deal. Hey man, sold for 41,000 an acre. Got some lake here, Spring Lake in Brooksville. Lovely area. 2.2 million, 100 acres. And this, well, a lot of it's underwater, but still, it's $2 million. Here we have 2.6 million, sold for 2.2 million. And 3.9 million sold for 3.5 million, worked out to $36,000 an acre. All right, so obviously we got into some high price stuff and it was fun. Pendings are 27 pendings. It's always interesting to look at the pendings. We won't know what the actual sales price was, but this went under contract in 199 days, 212 days, 48 days, 17 days, 18 days. So what's going to happen here is you're going to find the longer the days on market, the more likely there was a substantial discount to the price. Here's one, 171,000 an acre, went pending in 0 days. Very likely the buyer and the seller were arranged prior to the listing. 522 days, 18 days, 16 days, 890 days for a $500,000 piece of property. 338 days, 272 days, 677 days. This is 5 to 10 acres on Little Road in Pasco County. Oh my goodness, it looks like we're going to get a new development. Very interesting. $75,000 an acre. All right, there's not very many left. Let's just run through them. 939 days. What is that? 3 years or 2.5 years? State Road 52, $775,000. Wow. Wow. Okay, well, there's no reason for us to spend any time on that, but this is my world. 52 in Hudson. 669 days. 0 days on the market, and it sold for, well, we don't know, but they were asking $659,000 an acre. Just goes to show some things are very attractive, and buyers want them. I'm Randal Jenkins. I do these videos to enhance my business and my own personal product knowledge. This allows me, making these videos allows me to learn and to teach. I invite you to go to my YouTube channel, Randal Jenkins Realtor. Here's 3 webinars I've done recently for first-time home buyers, down payment assistance, how to buy a house, what you do when you buy a house. If you have interest in learning about settlement homes and sinkhole houses, here's a couple of videos on that. If you're interested in owner financing, you can watch my owner financing video. If you have an interest in waterfront or what's happened in the waterfront flood homes, I have quite a bit of content on that. If you are on Facebook, you can reach out to me on Facebook. If you are on the internet and you want to find my website and my phone number is 409-4663, which is 409-HOME, 409 spray cleaner. This is 409home.com. Currently, I'm marketing around 40 some odd listings. Let's see what it says today. These are my listings and my 44 listings from me and my marketing group. We market each other's listings, and we are happy to sell your property if you have an interest. The benefit of doing business with us is that we are realtors from a number of different companies. We Caldwell Banker, Keller Williams, Florida Real Estate Partners. We market each other's listings to give our customers an opportunity to have more exposure by more than one realtor. But these are my current listings. And if you have an interest in shopping for real estate, or I'd like to sell your property, I'd like to throw my name and company into the hat. We would love to compete for your business. The fact is, if you jump on my oh goodness, look at this. Greg Armstrong is calling. I'm going to end this video on that and wish you all the best. Have a great day.